This is like a really bittersweet video, but I'm selling my Tacoma, and I actually got a guy coming to buy my rooftop tent right now, so I thought I'd make a video real quick before it goes away. But yeah, this is kind of the final version of it. Just wanted to really just show it off for myself, kind of take a record, because it took a long time to get it to look like this. But yeah, so this is how it sits now. I'm super happy with how it turned out. But basically I'm selling this because I just don't off-road anymore. That 37 looks so ridiculous on the back. I don't know what I thought it would look like, but I didn't think it'd be that chunky. I feel like it needs to go up higher, but that's just a big old tire. It's totally secure back there though. It just looks, it looks like a lot. So anyways, this is how the truck sits now. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know this thing's been through a couple of versions of itself. I had a flip pack for a long time. Then I just got done selling that and wrapping it. Found these SSW Sierras. Anyways, I'm selling it just because I do a lot of racing at tracks and I really could use a car that can tow. And I've been towing I do Hornet racing, and I've been towing my Hornet car to the track with this, and it's not good. Who would have thought? But it's okay. I'm gonna have to get a full size now, which kind of sucks. I'm leaning towards a Tundra or a Raptor. But like I said, I just kind of wanted to hop on here and ramble a little bit and just show off how it sits now, because I've had it posted for a little while and it's not selling the way it sits. I've got way too much money into this, you know. I give you guys all the best parts that I could throw on here: tires, wheels, suspension, bumpers. Like, I didn't cheap out on hardly anything, so I'm asking a lot of money, but there's a lot of money tied up into this, so it's whatever. But it's looking like I might have to pull some parts off and, you know, kind of bring it back to stock for it to sell. So super sad to see it go. I legit might cry when this thing sells. I'm not kidding. I've owned this truck longer than I've owned any car or truck before. It's been about 8 years, and it's hard to think about. It's been through so many versions, and I never thought I would sell it. Genuinely never thought I'd sell it, but here we are. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. I don't know. Blood, sweat, and tears into this thing to get it to look like this, and I'm so happy with it. But I built it to off-road, and I just don't off-road anymore. I'm also about to move. I'm on the West Coast now. I'm going to the East Coast, and it'd be really convenient if I had something that could tow. So we're back to that towing thing again. I would love to have a truck that could tow like a small enclosed trailer, like a 20-foot. Yeah, so anyways, here's the truck. We can just walk around it real quick. Let's go around the way it sits, details. So brute force fab, front bumper, hybrid style. These are all Amazon lights. I like the round circular lights more than like the square pod ones. So round circular lights, all off Amazon. So yeah, I like all the round lights personally. I think they look better. I don't know why, but it's kind of what I've done to the front. Apex 12,000 pound winch in the back. Love that thing. Straight from Harbor Freight. Alpha X headlights. I bought those when they're brand new for way too much money. 37s with the SSW Sierras that are discontinued. Super cool. Mid-travel Kings up front. Dirt King uppers, stock lowers with a skid plate on them, new axles and shit. Yeah, rides really nice. And then this has all been re-welded front and rear to accommodate these 37s. So retubbed the firewall to get that to go in there pretty good. Vinyl wrapped the truck, Vampire Red Metallic, which I love. And then I got a Cricut maker, a Cry Cut maker, and put all my parts logos down here. I really like the way that turned out. It's kind of a cool look. And then Grim Racing, that's a thing I've been working on. I made this sticker, all these myself. This one's fading a little bit, but I want to turn that into something, so stay tuned. But American flag, Norwegian flag, and Blackbeard's Jolly Roger. So If you see this around, that's actually a pirate flag from the pirate Blackbeard. And I just thought it's super cool. So, and yes, I'm a little bit Norwegian, so I put those on all my cars. Didn't have to do a lot back here to clear the 37s. I already trimmed up my fenders pretty good. These fenders are obviously trimmed as well, so there's no fender liners. And then this has all been cut, so the fender flare, Bushwhacker fender flare by the way, and then the actual fender itself, all cut pretty good. Super aggressive cab mount chop, and it still rubs just a little bit. Mid-Travel Kings in the back, compression adjusters, Wheeler's Super Bumps, U-Bolt flip kit, so that's like a poly bump stop built into the U-Bolt flip kit, so like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's built in, that's cool. Heavy duty Dakar leaf packs. Let's see, these are straight off Amazon, but when I was putting the rooftop tent on it, I wanted it to be lower than my cab. That's the best look, if you ask me. It's when the cab and the rooftop tent are in line. I think it looks really weird when they're like way up high. I mean, it's probably cooler to sleep in, but this definitely looks better. So 4-inch rise on the roof rack for the bed rack for the rooftop tent. Skyrise, Yakima Skyrise rooftop tent. You've seen that on my Vet before. Same one. Brute Force Fab, dual swing out, high clearance rear bumper with some like off-road lights built into it for the reverse lights. Those aren't wired up. And then the hitch is built in here, which is really cool. Or the receiver. Decked bed drawers, super functional. Kinetic rope, soft shackles, toe straps, tire deflator, inflator, D-rings, snatch blocks are in here, and then some cases, more soft shackles, just recovery gear. Bed stiffeners to help this composite bed out. Let's see, and then I got the Bay Area Metal Fab cross bracing. I think it's like so this is the bracket for the leaf packs. Gets dropped a little bit. Yeah, there it is. And it also has a cross brace, which I really liked. I bought that when I had the flip pack because it's a lot heavier, so my thinking was having that would be cool. Factory TRD muffler, just kind of cool. So it's like a cat pack exhaust. It was like a factory option that the truck came with. Yeah, so then under here, I'm not going to pop the hood, but like I have a cowl intake. So my intake's like up here, which is really cool. And everything under the hood's pretty much stock for the most part. And the back, pretty clean. Molly panels just for gear, walkie-talkies, tire, gauge, first aid kit up here, shovel, bear spray, some knives, some flashlights, axe, all on this mount, which I really like. And no, this stuff has never fallen out or hit me on the head when driving. It stays right where it should. And then up here, we've got my coffee, which is really nice to have. We've got, this is all factory, like the 2.5 gen Tacomas, but, geez, okay, so we'll start up here. So this is all wrapped carbon fiber, and then I mounted my trigger light switches up there, so these are removable. And then that's my fog lights, rock lights. I have a bunch of rock lights on this, and yeah, it's pretty cool to have. And it just clicks up there, which I love. And then I mounted my exhaust cutout, so I have a exhaust cutout that basically deletes the mufflers, and I mounted the button right there so I can have my exhaust be really loud if I want to. Down here, we've got a little bit of stuff going on. Turn this on. Inclinometer. There it goes. This thing's pretty cool. It's got latitude, longitude, tilt, front to back, left to right tilt, compass, and then the elevation thing. I think that's really fun to have, especially when you're wheeling. You can see how high up you go. Expedition Essentials phone mount. That's got power to it. I wired the power up, and then that mounts my wireless phone holder, which is super nice. And then this is just a 10.5-inch head unit that's super classy. You can like download apps on it too. So I had a bunch of games on here at one point for me and my girlfriend when we were like in line for the ferry or going on the ferry out here in Seattle. Upgraded climate control knobs. I mounted a wireless phone charger thing down here. I built that myself. I just thought that looked cool. So that works. I hardly ever use it, but there's a wireless phone charger down here. It's kind of classy. I just wanted it to look newer in here. These are just cup holders that go into that factory slot. And then this is also carbon fiber wrapped. And these have leather seats from the dealer. So these are dealer installed, I believe. Leather seats with seat heaters. So that's super cool in the winter. So these front seats are heated. And then this is a FJ transfer case that there's a creepy, I forget the company name, but there's a company that makes a twin stick adapter for the FJs. So I mounted that up, so I have, and then also modified the T case, but I have 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive over here. And then I have low, neutral, and high gear, or high range over here. So I can do 2-wheel drive low, 2-wheel drive high, or 4-wheel drive low, 4-wheel drive high. Kind of cool. And then I welded this thing. This was such a pain in the butt to do, but I welded this thing. It pokes up like right here, and I welded these things to stick out of this factory opening because I thought that would look really cool. So I did some crazy welding down in here to get everything to clear and not touch. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's really cool looking. Yeah, so FJT case, and yeah, 196k miles, and yeah, it's a good truck. I imported this from Canada because it had a bunch of factory options I really wanted, like the leather seats, the heated seats, running boards. And it was a good price. There's no rust underneath really. It's well taken care of, but I imported it from Canada, so the odometer still has kilometers on it, which is kind of funny, but it's a clean Washington title now because I did it right. So, but yeah, sad to see it go. I love the way it looks right now, but yeah, moving soon. And you know, another reason why I want to sell it is just I like to build stuff, you know, like there's that quote, and it's like, the man who likes to walk will go further than the man that likes the destination. And I'm kind of the man who likes to build stuff and mod stuff on cars and trucks. But once I get there, like once it's done, then I want to sell it and buy something else and do it again. That's just like how I am, for better or for worse. And that's kind of what this truck has been for me, is I was never going to sell this over the last 8 years because it's a truck. It's good to have. I can go to Home Depot, I can off-road, I can camp, I can drive around in the snow, I can get anywhere. It's got 4 doors. It was a good tool to have for me, you know, as a young man. Maybe not so young anymore, but I was never going to sell it. So I just kept modifying and modifying and modifying because I like to do that. That's like my bread and butter. It makes me happy. And this is what I got from I just kept modding and kept modding and kept modding, and this is what it turned into. And I'm kind of at this point now with the truck where anything left to do is like 8 to 10 grand. It's like I could do a supercharger, I could do long travel, but like that's it. I don't know. I did everything else I can think of. I've kind of already done. I feel like I've maxed out this truck, or this platform, pretty close, at least for me. And I love the way it looks. I love it so much. I get so many compliments on it. A lot of you guys are super supportive on Instagram when I post this thing, which is amazing, but I think it's just time for it to go. Like, I need a new platform. I need to start building something. It might be a Raptor, it might be a Tundra, I don't know. I like the idea of a Raptor because it's cool, and then I don't have to build it again. This is a lot of work to do this. So I'm kind of leaning towards a Raptor, because if I buy a Tundra, then I have to dump quite a bit of money to get it to look the way I want it to, but I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, this is kind of just like a, you know, current update of the truck, and I wanted to do this too just for myself as well, because if this thing actually sells, I'm going to be super sad, and it'll be a good memory to have, just to see the way the truck looked as it sits. But yeah, she's been super reliable and gotten me a lot of, kind of built this channel a little bit. Not that I have much of a channel really, but you know, there's a couple of you, and a lot of it's this truck, multiple versions of it. So super thankful for the support. And yeah, anyways, I'm rambling and I think I'm late. Somebody wants to buy this rooftop tent right now. Like I said, I'm gonna start pulling parts off it, so I'll go with the tent and the rack and maybe go back to 35s. We'll see. So anyways, it's been a good truck. Really sad to see it go, but it's all good. It's time for it to go. Anyways, if any of you guys have questions about it, the truck, the build, maybe I'll make a video on clearing 37s. I've had a lot of 37 questions, so maybe I'll make a video on that. But if you guys got questions about it, throw it down below. I'll get back to all y'all. And yeah, maybe before it sells, I'll do a video about clearing 37s in a little more detail. Or if you have any other questions about anything you see and you want to do this to your Tacoma, like, I got you, hit me up, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. Not that there'll be that many, but yeah. Maybe I'll show you the exhaust real quick. So, okay, so I think we got exhaust. That's closed. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my button. And yeah, so definitely a cool noise. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go sell this rooftop tent, so see you around.